It has been a couple weeks, but we're back with AJ Creative Hub. And today we're going to go back to the Lego 1997 Divers series. And we're just going to knock them all out on this one episode. So this will conclude it. I've got 3 sets that we're going to talk about in this episode. So, are you ready to go dive back into the deep blue sea with Diver Dan, Scuba Sandy, and all the other unnamed minifigures of this series? Let's go to the desk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with LEGO System 6599. This is called Shark Attack, part of the Diver series released in 1997, coming in with 2 minifigures, a mini sub, and 3 sharks. Different variations. So as you can see in the manual, this set introduces Diver Dan and Scuba Sandy. The only 2 minifigures that got names in this series. I know, crazy, isn't it? And the sharks, you got 3 different sharks. We've seen this gray shark in Aqua Zone, but this also probably brings the debut of the great white and the sawfish. So pretty awesome set, pretty awesome build. For the Diver series. There's a back side of it where you could do some different builds and such. And so here we are. We'll start with the sharks first. This is, of course, the great white. Again, they're just simply 2 pieces, the head and the body, connecting together. You got yourself a pretty nice looking shark. No different from this one, just color differences, of course. And the difference with this is the pointed saw on the head. So these are really awesome to have and to play with for the series here for the divers. Now taking a look at the minifigures, of course, first we'll start out with Diver Dan. He comes with the red pants, black fins, the oxygen tank. The print of his head is, it's kind of scruffy looking with some hair. Nothing on the back. Of course, they didn't do alternate face prints back in these days. And they got a harpoon gun and, of course, the design of the Divers logo and such on the torso. So pretty cool. Scuba Sandy is the other one. The Scuba Sandy pilots the submarine, and we'll see Scuba Sandy in other sets here in just a moment. And as we continue on with our series, has a little head microphone. I'm sure probably a way to communicate to the divers themselves within their gear. I'm pretty sure. Probably. We'll pretend there's a microphone piece in their helmet. And of course, a black hat with this. Nothing on the back or legs printing or arm printing. It's just a simple diver's uniform for this minifigure. And take a look at the sub. This sub is really awesome, really cool. You got some camera right here to film, your explorations. You got a little light. This light could actually move from here, or you could put the light up here. Very versatile for the build. It depends on your play style and how you want to do it. You got this little fin back here, just kind of helps steers the submarine. The rudder on the back, really awesome. Love it. Doesn't spin like it used to. And then you got these 2, whatever these things are. Looks like vents or something. And I love this dome right here. This dome is really cool. And, we didn't get to see this until this time period of 1987, I believe. So it's really awesome. You got a little stick here for, piloting the submarine. But this is pretty awesome. You got the numbers on here. This is 599, which is basically the number minus the 6 from the set. Just now realizing that. So that's pretty cool. I really honestly did not know that was the set number right there. And that's the submarine number. And these are stickers, of course, that were put on here. Sticker, and then sticker, and then stickers over here for this thing. So really awesome set. One of my favorites of the Diver series. Very simplistic. Again, this was like $10 back in the day. This had about 59 to 63 pieces per co-pilot from what I'm reading right here. So really awesome build. So let's continue on with our next one. For our next set, this is set number 6442. This is called Stingray Explorer. This one gives us a much bigger submarine with a little play set and a Stingray and 3 minifigures. Diver Dan is back. Scuba Sandy is rocking the red hat and red pants. And then a familiar figure from one of our previous reviews, which again doesn't have a name, but here we are. So again, we got the build here as we flip through the pages, I'm going to kind of showcase the play set here because I am missing pieces. So let me find the finished product right there. That's what it looks like. These are like flames, but they're green, so they act as seaweed for this play set. You got stickers with fishes on here, and you got these other additional seaweed type of builds here with the stingray and a diver with the barrel and a sword. So look at the set here. This is the play set. This is what's left of it. This is all I could find within the pieces. So it's incomplete, unfortunately, but you still have the main important pieces of your minifigures and submarine and such. So take a look at the stingray. Stingray is really cool. It's just one big old piece, has a mouth, gills on the bottom. So it's a pretty nice, menacing looking stingray. If you provoke it, I'm sure it'll be menacing. So checking out the minifigures, you got the return of Diver Dan, black pants, red flippers, harpoon gun, your basic divers print on the front, air tank. And this is the other minifigure which we reviewed from our first set. Again, red pants, black flippers, and the same printing as per usual. So those are still pretty common and standard. This one comes with a little mechanism with a camera and lights, so you can deep dive into the underwater area and kind of float around and get up close action of the stingrays, or if you want to get up close action with the sharks and just kind of do some recordings. And so pretty cool there. Now the submarine, this is one of the cooler features here. Now this one has again a transparent cockpit, has articulated mechanical arms on here, and it can open up inside here, which you got a little computer right here to do some research, and a chair within here. So this is pretty awesome. It has like a little lab workstation on the back side of this submarine, compared to, the Shark Attack submarine, which I still have it over here. It's half the size and is only basically just a sub that drives and films. While this one is kind of gives you more. And with the arms, it has a camera that'll take pictures on the outside. It has 3 points of lighting here. Scuba Sandy in here with red pants this time and a red hat, and has a joystick here to drive the submarine. So, and of course, again, you got these little mechanisms here to help steer the ship, the rudder in the back, and then of course these little, I'm sure, probably little boosters or something to help make it go faster in the water. And again, the set number is right here, minus the 6, so 442. So this is submarine 442, while the other one is 599. And again, stickers all around here, kind of showcasing the set numbers and such. And so, but again, a pretty cool set for the Diver series, one of my favorite ones. For the finale of our Diver series, we are taking a look at LEGO System 6441. This is known as Deep Reef Refuge, and there is a lot happening with this set. You got a ship, you got a sub, you got a laboratory underwater, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 minifigures and all sorts of sea creatures happening within this set. Actually, no, 5 minifigures. My thumb was covering up 1. But this is one of the awesome sets that I got for Christmas of 1997. And along with the RoboForce, I had RoboForce Legos, which we should review those RoboForce Lego sets. I only got 2 of those, 2 out of 4. We'll do that another time. But here we are. Let's take a look at this set here. As you can see, this is pretty much all that's going on. As you can tell, there's some yellowing going on. All right, there is some yellowing going on with some of these. It's been played with. It is needing some cleaning. There is some dust happening. So there's a lot of playtime and action has happened with this set over the years. So the minifigures are all the same. All right, we've reviewed Diver Dan and his companion. Again, right here, these 2 guys are back in action for this deep sea adventure. And Scuba Sandy is back as well. Actually, there is another minifigure. There's 6 minifigures in this set. All right, so here we go. This is the pilot of Submarine. We'll go ahead and review the sub of 441. Again, coinciding with the Lego set number. Now this sub is a lot different. It's got control panels in the front instead of the normal stick shift that we've seen. It still has that dome. It has the lighting up here. It's got side boxes, and this has a camera within inside this one. This one's a yellow camera versus the black that we saw in the previous set with the Stingray one. And then, of course, the articulation of the arms are back once again. A little difference. So if you can tell the difference between these two subs, besides the numbers, you know, they got fins on the sides, the lighting all around the points here. It has these little fins over here next to the rudder, but pretty much identical in almost every way, but there's some differences. And I like the fact that there is some differences. The number placement is definitely different because it's on the front side instead of the back side. Like this one's on the back side. So pretty cool that there's differences within the build, and I do like that because it makes these subs a little bit more unique. And inside, of course, you got your computer panel, but no chair this time. So you can fit a diver like fully geared inside this in this submarine, while the other one, you know, it's a chair. You can't really sit them in there with the oxygen tank and all that stuff on there. So this makes this very unique for this set. So I really like this a lot. Take a look at the boat or ship, whatever you want to call it. And again, you got the number 441 on the side of this. It has a net right here that you could crane up and down. And you got another boat driver here who's got the life jacket and a harpoon gun, because in case somebody comes after him, any of these sharks. You got a little radar right here for signal. You got the flag. You got a little light right up here. And inside here, you got the steering wheel, the radar, and of course, a map. So this one's a pretty cool ship. And, you know, you could crane up your submarines. Like, if you take the Shark Attack submarine and just hook it on here, you know, that's pretty awesome. You know, this is what's cool about the Diver series, is so many different play styles and features you could do. Now, there was a red antenna right here. I'm not sure where that ran off to, so we do have some missing pieces, so this set will be considered incomplete. And there is a long black cord that's supposed to attach from here to the ship. As you can see in this booklet right here, that as well is missing, and this one's carrying a couple of coins. The coins are probably somewhere, but we'll consider it missing. So, and the black chain down here is broken, but the black chain is still here, but it's broken. Which for this, it doesn't really matter for this set here, whether the chain's broken or not. So again, you got your great white shark, you got your sawfish here, you got your two stingrays with this set here that we've seen before. But this one comes with a dolphin, and I like the dolphin. It's pretty cool. One piece, no other pieces. It's a pretty sweet looking dolphin. And of course, you got the octopus down here. And there's a couple studs on the side. The octopus can hide out down underneath here. You've got some ship pieces here with, man, I cannot think what this thing is. It's a steering wheel for the ship. We'll just say that. And then you got the anchor down here. And you got like your rocks right here with some decor, with some fishes. Kind of turn it around to kind of show you a little bit of that. Some seaweed and some rock placements for this play set. And then you got two little jet things that the divers can hold on to and just kind of jet through the water. So pretty cool stuff here for this laboratory. Now you can take this off here. As you can see, the lab kind of looks like a sub. It's not a submarine. It's underwater laboratory. This has got the lights up here. You got lights all around here. You got, you know, the domes all around this. And you can open this up like so to get a closer look inside of the laboratory. These flap open, and one side it has some diving gear and equipment. You got little knives down here, and you got Scuba Sandy sitting right in here doing some research with this microscope. And then you got like a little x-ray machine right here, which reads these little tiles right here to do research of these fossils and such. So pretty awesome set for the Diver series. And this is one I definitely wanted because I just like that. Oh man, look, underwater lab. You get a submarine, you get a ship, you get all these cool, you know, sea creatures and such. It is one of my favorites of the Diver series, and I wish I had more Diver sets, but this is it, because there's other cooler Diver sets that are out there that, man, I really wish I had for my collection. So this concludes the Divers series. We'll wrap it up right here. That's it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We've got a few more new stuff that we're going to go over here in the next coming episodes. Some new gift with purchases that I bought off of eBay. I'm on an eBay kick apparently right now. But we'll talk about those coming up soon. And we'll see where we go from here. Have yourselves a great day and take care.